Let's be real. In 2025, you need both a brand and a persona to stand out. But here's the catch. If you don't know the difference between the two, you will confuse your audience and your career path. Because your brand is what people remember, and your persona is what they experience. Some celebs get it right. They craft a brand that can evolve with a persona that keeps audiences engaged. Others, they rely too heavily on the persona, the performance, and the aesthetic, but they forget to build a brand that lasts when the act fades. Hey friends, I'm Ana The Marketeer, your friendly neighborhood marketeer baddie. I decode the marketing and branding strategies of celebs, creators, and campaigns so we can learn from them together and to help you build your own authentic, magnetic brand. Forgive me today, I'm a little bit under the weather, so if you hear some voice cracks or something that sounds a little crazy, please give your girlie some grace because she is not feeling her best. You know, like that starts with the tickles? Like that's the vibe we're getting right now. But I digress. The content must be created, so we're gonna continue on. In this video, we're gonna break down the difference between brand and persona, discuss why it matters, and how the savviest artists or stars have been playing the long game while some others get lost in the hype of their persona. But first, I know most of you watching aren't subscribed to my channel. If you've been liking my videos, hit subscribe right now to support the channel and get weekly breakdowns just like this. And if you join my newsletter, Marketeer's Memo, you'll get a free download of my authentic branding checklist that will give you immediate tips to elevate your current branding while being yourself. The link is in the description. Also, you can listen to these episodes on Spotify. That link is also in the description. Now, let's break it down. Brand versus persona. Let's start with the basics by defining what brand and persona mean. Your brand is the emotional promise and public perception that people associate with you. It's the energy they expect when your name comes up. Think of it as what people say about you when you're not in the room and how they feel about saying it. While your persona, on the other hand, is a character you play to deliver that brand. It's the performance, filter, and vibe you bring forward. To put it plainly, brand is what people remember. Persona is what people see and hear. And here's where it gets a little interesting because you might be thinking, isn't that kind of like an alter ego? No, persona and alter egos are not the same thing. A persona is an amplified version of your real self. It's you with the dial turned up, while an alter ego is a character. It's a mask you wear, something entirely separate that you can step into and out of. Think like Beyonce's Sasha Fierce or Nicki Minaj's Roman. Those are alter egos. A persona is more like Cardi B. Loud, raw, unfiltered, and very much still her, just dialed up. If you want to learn more about alter egos, you can check out the link. I'll put it in the corner and in the description related to alter egos, where I fully break down what alter egos mean, how they're used, and give you some like good examples of alter egos within pop culture. When your persona and brand are aligned, it's magic. But when the persona becomes a costume without a story or brand to ground it, that's when things start to fall apart. Let's look at Lady Gaga real quick. Her early persona was all meat dresses and theatrical chaos, but her brand that has stayed consistent from the beginning to now. Her brand is she is a pop performance artist pushing boundaries through reinvention. And from the beginning to today, that brand has been relatively consistent. Even when she went through her quieter eras like Joanne and A Star is Born, those eras still felt aligned with Lady Gaga. The persona shifted greatly, but the brand has stayed strong. Think of it like this. Brand is the why, persona is the how. Let's talk about a few celebs who get it right and understanding the balance between brand and persona. This is not going to be an exhaustive list of everyone, so feel free to leave some of your examples in the comments below. So these are celebs who've been able to stay relevant even as their image and sound have evolved. And even if they're not, creating new art and stuff, they've been really good at just remaining grounded in their brand. So the first we're going to look at, what I mentioned in the last section, is Cardi B. So her persona is big, loud, and funny. She's the unfiltered Bronx girl with a mic in one hand and an opinion in the other. But her brand, it's deeper. Cardi represents authenticity, hustle, and power. Even when she's cracking jokes or being outrageously funny, her brand is consistent. You always know what you're going to get emotionally from her. And it works because Cardi's brand of authenticity and raw confidence carries her through every era, even when the visuals and project changes. Next, let's look at Beyonce. From Destiny's Child to Cowboy Carter, her personas have ranged from shy Southern girl to seductive Queen Bee to a disco alien in Renaissance. But the brand has always been excellence, control, and elevation. And it works for Beyonce because her brand is rooted in power and precision. No matter the persona, you trust her to deliver something intentional. Now let's talk more about Lady Gaga, because she's had more persona shifts than probably any pop star other than Madonna. Truly, she's been an alien superstar, a country girl, a jazz singer, an actor, but the brand has always been about transformation and emotional performance. It works because her audience expects reinvention. Her brand is change. And finally, looking at her girl Rihanna. From singing Umbrella to launching Fenty, Rihanna's persona has always been effortlessly cool and slightly untouchable, but her brand is always about independence and boss level creativity. And it works because she built a brand so strong she doesn't need to drop albums to stay culturally dominant. That is true power. These stars prove that when your brand is rooted in emotion and your persona enhances it, you create something iconic. What celebs get wrong. Sadly, not every celeb gets it right, and it's very obvious when the celebs get it wrong. Let's talk about Normani, because her fans have been confused for a while why she hasn't been able to pop off when some of her contemporaries have. So her persona is sultry, mysterious, and powerful, but the brand, it's kind of unclear. Is she a vulnerable storyteller, a dance pop girly, a vocal powerhouse? Because the audience doesn't know, they struggle to latch on to her. And it's not working for her right now because without a clear brand promise, their persona feels like it's floating without direction. She's struggling to find a consistent brand message that grounds her persona. Next, let's talk about Miss Lana Del Rey in her early era. So her persona of sad girl Americana was so stylized and truly Tumblr core at that time. Like if you were there, like me, I was big on Tumblr back in that era. You'll remember Born to Die was truly a moment, and the SNL performance nearly destroyed her. Eventually, though, the music did earn trust with the general public, but for a while, she felt more like just a Tumblr aesthetic than a real person or artist with longevity. That's an issue when the persona overshadows the brand. It almost didn't work for her because a persona without clarity feels like cosplay, not connection. Thankfully, she was able to shift and ground her brand and prove the haters wrong. Now let's talk about Doechii, a more current example. Early on, and when I say that, I mean like 8 months ago, she was praised as a genre-blending experimental artist, but lately her image has become more confusing. The visuals are bold, but like, what's the through line? What's the story? What is the storytelling? Like, no one's really understanding what her emotional promise is. That's why she's been getting a lot of pushback. The persona is interesting, but the brand's emotional anchor is slipping. If people don't know what to expect from you or what you stand for, they eventually stop checking on you or truly stop caring. And finally, talking about Tyla, our current flop queen. So she skyrocketed with water, but since then, child, poor thing, the rollout has been messy. She has a clear persona of being this glamorous, global it girl. However, that persona is built on a very weak brand foundation. What does she stand for beyond pretty girl aesthetics? What makes her different than any other pop star right now, other than the fact that she was born in South Africa? Her brand or persona, all of the package that they're trying to deliver is just not landing, because without emotional consistency or a deeper story, a viral moment doesn't build a lasting brand. The lack of understanding of her target audience, which she's really trying to target the Black American audience right now, mixed with weak branding and no storytelling, means she's just not connecting with them. It's just not happening for her. And a lot of people compare her journey to Rihanna's, but I would say they're super different in that Rihanna really leveraged the underdog storytelling from the beginning. She was just a girl from Barbados who happened to get discovered by Jay-Z, which already gave her a strong cosign from the jump, and became a global icon. Like that story of Rihanna, I know it, you know it, your mama knows it, and your grandmother probably knows it. It's this really strong, rooted underdog story. And she really brought in that island sounds and culture, and she had her accent when she came on the scene. And because of that strong storytelling that she started with, that kind of gave people a, I want to root for her type of energy at the start of her career that kind of continued throughout her career. Everyone was always rooting for her if you're a fan of her, of course. So I don't want to deviate too much from the main topic here. So if you want a story about Tyla's branding journey and why it's not really working that well, you can leave a comment below and let me know if that's something y'all would be interested in. What creatives can learn. Okay, now let's bring it back home to us. Here is what you can take away from all of this, whether you're building a business, a content platform, or a creative career. Number one, define your emotional promise. Ask, what do people feel when they encounter your work? Is it clarity, inspiration, power, nostalgia? Start there. That is your brand anchor. 2, let your persona serve the brand. Your vibe, voice, and style are tools. They are not the brand themselves. Use your persona to deliver the emotional promise, not distract from it. 3, narrate your pivots. If you're shifting your aesthetic, content, or direction, say it. Story it. Let your audience grow with you instead of leaving them confused. 4, don't let visuals do all the work. A strong visual is helpful. A scroll-stopping vibe is great. But if the substance underneath isn't consistent, you won't build long-term trust. And 5, repetition isn't boring. It's branding. Find your signature phrases, energy, and values. Repeat them across your platforms. You're not annoying your audience. You're helping them remember you and what you stand for. At the end of the day, a persona might make people watch, but a strong brand is what makes them stay. So whether you're posting content, launching something new, or evolving into a different era, ask yourself, is this a performance or a promise? Let me know in the comments below, what is your brand and what is your persona? And if you want more breakdowns like this, please hit subscribe, like this video, hit the bell, all the things you already know what to do. And if you're interested in learning more about branding in your inbox, sign up for Marketeer's memo, and be sure to follow me on Spotify to get these episodes on the go. And there's also some newer content that's going to be coming down the line very, very soon. So you're gonna want to be subscribed to that Spotify. Here's a little hint. It's going to involve some interviews of some really successful people. That's all I'm going to say. That's all the tidbit I'm going to give you right now. All right, friends, until next time, Marketeers, stay grounded, stay intentional, and most importantly, stay you.